What's going on, Jerome? It's a beautiful Monday morning. Birds are chirping and stuff. And it's time to take a look at Chad Reuter, NFL.com, longtime draft analyst, college football expert, grand poobah. So, love when he does his expanded 4-round mock drafts on NFL.com. Latest one was posted a couple days ago. And the Vikings making some moves, finding some grooves. And also, they get back into day 2. So it is kind of nice. So the Vikings, blah, 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 blah. Caleb Williams 1, Jane Daniels 2. Ooh, Kami's getting after it. Patriots at 3. Patriots fans will love Drake May. All right, so the Vikings up at 4. They do a deal with the Arizona Cardinals, taking JJ McCarthy dynamite. Now, yes, is JJ McCarthy a fourth quarterback off the board? Yes. Is this different than other years? Yes. And McCarthy does exactly, in terms of the most coachable quarterbacks, yes. He is certainly there. In terms of the floor, frankly, I think his floor is higher than May, Daniels, and Williams. I think that there is a lot of boom or bust to their games. Now, it's more likely boom, for sure. Fully understand that. But specifically for what they're going to ask McCarthy to do, be under center, run play action, distribute. I mean, he can do that. Be good on third down, take care of the football. That's exactly what McCarthy can do. And once he gets the sea legs under him after a couple years in the league, he can expand. Remember, this is the guy that you're betting on the trajectory of his future football. All right, so the Vikings send their 2 first-round picks, 11-23, and a 4th-round selection to Arizona for number 4 and an early 3rd-round selection. So that's not bad. And also protecting that future 2025 first-round pick as well as a future 3rd. So I feel perfectly fine with that. Frankly, if that deal's on the table right now, I would snatch that thing up because I think that, given the leverage of the respective teams moving down, I think that the Vikings could end up doling out 3 first-round picks, which... the juice would have to be worth the squeeze. If Minnesota makes this move, head coach Kevin McConnell is likely looking forward to working with McCarthy's athleticism, calm leadership, and whip of an arm. There you go. Rest of the first, Harrison to the Chargers. I mean, that's a dream scenario for the Chargers. They already have their quarterback, allegedly. And then they just get wide receiver 1. Kind of love it. Giants, they don't get McCarthy. They don't trade up. They get Neighbors, though. Joe Alt to Tennessee. Love that. Rome Odunze to the Cardinals. So, again, it's a nice consolation prize because they do trade up from the 11 spot with Atlanta, getting ahead of Chicago. Dallas Turner goes to Chi-Town. Brock Bowers. Jared Verse. Ooh. Kind of like that. Absolute pure power with the Falcons setting the edge for Atlanta. Raheem Morris gets his talisman on the edge. Bo Nix going to the Broncos, which, all right. I mean, so you got a punky, short quarterback who doesn't have the biggest arm in the world, and now stupid-ass Sean Payton's going to try to work with them. Okay. Fuaga shoring up the right side for the Raiders. Fashanu for the Saints. Now, and Penning, but also Ramczyk is starting to get older. Yeah, who knew? Who knows? Terry Arnold, so they miss out on L'Jarius Sneed, so Terry Arnold in this spot is cornerback 1. Quinion Mitchell going to the Eagles, run on cornerbacks. Chop Robinson. So I think this is the highest I've seen Chop in a mock draft, but the tools are certainly there. And Jacksonville, I mean, they didn't get Daniil, so definitely going after some edge help in this spot. J.C. Latham, yes, for the love of Christ, just please build an offensive line around Joe Burrow. Chiefs trading up for the Rams for Xavier Worthy. So the speedster, I mean, they're trying to replicate what they had with Tyreek Hill. Fully understand that. And Worthy, he's more than just a speed guy. I think there is some layers and nuances to his game. But I kind of like the Chiefs being aggressive in this spot. 20, Steelers getting Graham Barton. That's a great pick. I mean, Barton's going to be the pivot man for the Steelers for a decade plus. Tyler Guyton goes to the Dolphins. Peyton Wilson, sneaks into the first round. Pretty high in the first round, too, with Seattle. So, yeah, I mean, Bobby Wagner, he gone. Peyton Wilson tries to fill in that role. Latu with the Cardinals. So, the Cardinals end up with Rome Odunze and Latu. I mean, it's pretty damn good. RIP Pac-12. BTJ goes to Dallas. Oh, baby. That's good. So, I mean, the Bills got to be pissed because, I mean, Brian Thomas Jr. obviously would have been their pick. But Byron Murphy II. Now, does he have a lot of crossover at Oliver? Sure, but now he got 2. JPJ goes to the Bucks, take over for Ryan Jensen. Nate Wiggins goes to Arizona. Yeah, because you forget that Arizona has another first-round pick. So they come away with Odunze. else do they have? Latu, as well as Nate Wiggins. It's not bad. It's not bad, man. Troy Fatanu, the Packers, because Bakhtiari ain't cutting it, and Fatanu probably would benefit from kicking inside, but we'll see. Darius Robinson, the Lions. I really hate this pick. Because it's so good. So Robinson has that power. He can play. He can play odd front. He can play even. He can play inside. He can play on the edge. Like he's a man. He's a stud, man. Patrick Paul going to the Ravens. Because they traded Morgan Moses. Yeah, Max Melton. Ooh, Max Melton gets in the first round, going to the Niners. I love it. And then Drazon Newton. So yes, they need to try and replace Aaron Donald. And Johnny Newton. He's not Aaron Donald, but he is pretty damn good. But hopefully he doesn't get compared to Aaron Donald. Second round, the Vikings don't have a pick, but we just want to see what's going on here. I believe at the top of the second round, Penix Jr. So no fifth-year option, but this is what happens since they went to day 1, 2, 3, where the top of the second round it gets discussed quite a bit, and the Raiders get their quarterback of the future in Penix Jr. Mims goes to the Patriots. Cooper Beebe. Ooh, so the Cardinals get Latu, Beebe, Adunze, and Wiggins. Okay. It's pretty awesome. Jordan Morgan. Fisk goes to the Chargers. Cooper DeJean falls out of the first round, but he goes to the Titans. Kind of like it. All right, Ben Sinnott goes. Bryce Young gets himself a safety blanket underneath. Rakestraw goes to the Commies. Hicks, Kool-Aid. Cam Hart. Where a lot of the mock draft simulators, you can get Cam Hart in like the 4th, 5th round, but top of the second round, it certainly wouldn't shock me. McConkey, goes to the Saints. Yeah, they'll screw it up. The Colts, I love Xavier Leggett. He's just really, really, I think him and Pittman are going to do well together. And also, Richardson just chucking it up to Leggett sometimes. Let's go. Corum goes to the Giants. The Giants taking a running back a lot higher than people think, yet again. Tavondre Sweat goes to the Jaguars. Zinter, leg injury and all, goes to the Seahawks in the second round. Franklin goes to the Steelers. Try help take the sting out of losing Deontay Johnson. Bullard, Edgerrin Cooper. I really love Edgerrin Cooper, man. He's going to be good. Isaac, Michael Hall Jr. Michael Hall Jr. goes to the Packers, round 2. Nealand sticks in the second round. TJ Tampa. Tevin Wallace. Trevor Wallace says it. Again, so here's what happens. So if you turn on ad blocker, a lot of content now just doesn't show up because they have their content as ads. So now we have pop-ups again. So that's fantastic. Third round. Lassiter, right, Tez, D's, DJ, Tyler Newman. All right, so the Vikings at 71. This is the pick that they got from the Cardinals, taking Brandon Dorless, versatile defensive lineman for Oregon. So he's 6'3", 283. So mainly edge at Oregon his last couple of years. He did play inside early on, but shortish arms, but plays with natural power. And I think that he's a guy that would be a natural fit at the 4-tech, 5-tech spot. Maybe he kicks inside in some certain situations, but 6.5 sacks last year. Also, even with the shortish arms, very active and very good at timing the quarterback's pass, because he has 9 passes broken up in his senior season with the Ducks. So Vikings get a lot better on the defensive line. Love to see that. But also, it's what always happens. Who did they not take? So Trotter is there. I feel like Trotter could have been the pick if they hadn't signed Cashman. I mean, Trotter and Ivan Pace Jr., the two juniors, would have been pretty damn good. Roman Wilson, Roman Wilson's going to be fantastic. I'm really annoyed that he went to the Bears. Johnny Wilson catching arm punts from Penix, piss missiles. Let's go. Coleman, Marshawn Lloyd. I feel like Marshawn Lloyd is getting slept on. Really love his game coming in from USC. Javon Foster goes to the Browns. Chris Jenkins falls in the third round, but he goes to the Texans. That's a great spot for him. Zach Frazier goes to the Cowboys. All my crushes are going. Ricky Pearsall somehow makes it to 90, which Pearsall's going to be really good with Kirk. Tanner Bortolini staying in state with the Packers. I hate that one because it's such a good pick. Braylon Allen goes to the Bucks. Kind of like that. McCaffrey. Luke McCaffrey joins up his brother with the Niners. Christian Boyd goes Bengals, ends up in the third round. So that's fantastic. Wait, hold on. Why are the Rams drafting a kicker? And why is it Cam Little? I mean, he's good, but 99 problems? Nah. I don't know. Maybe Les Snead should have just said F those picks again. And lastly, you bring up the fourth round some Dylan McMahon, as well as LT3, Shipley, Jonah Ellis, Chris Abrams-Drain, who the Vikings are meeting with, Mizzou corner. Christian Mahogany, many leather-bound books, goes at 108 in the fourth round. So Mahogany, if they draft Mahogany, it's a sign that they're going in a different direction up front, because Mahogany is a pure power guy. Like lateral movement, you do worry about at the next level, so he's definitely not a fit for the outside zone, but he's 6'3", 314, 9.58 RAS, played left and right guard for Bast in college. 1 sack allowed over the last 2 years, an 81.2 composite PFF run blocking grade over the last 2 seasons as well. Good size, plays with power, is downhill, is a mauler in the run game, plays a little bit upright, so I'm not ready to say that he's Drew Samia, but there are some concerns there. But I think that technique and refinement certainly will go a long way. Plus, as a fourth-round pick, you're probably not seeing him starting right away. That's why you do have Blake Brandel. Tough to handle Blake Brandel, but Mahogany could get into the mix a lot sooner rather than later, just given his power and anchor. And the rest of the way, so Rattler goes, quarterback of the future. Kirko, watch your backo. Braswell, Polk, Rukaroro goes to the Seahawks. I feel like the Seahawks are just very good at replenishing that front seven. Mike Sainstrom, where pound for pound, I think Sainstrom might be the best corner in this draft. Malik Washington goes, Christian Haynes. So given the choice between Haynes and Mahogany, I like them both. I would have slightly leaned at Christian Haynes in this spot. But of course, that's the whole thing about mock drafts where everything is woulda, coulda, shoulda. I don't like who you took. I mean, this is who are still on board. And Estime makes it into the top 4. I like Estime. But, the main part is the Vikings making that move with Arizona. And compensation-wise, like my body is fully ready if it is 3 first-round picks. But ideally like to get something back. But honestly, if it's 11, 23, and a fourth for 4 and what ended up being 71 in the third round, snap. Do that immediately. So the Vikings get the quarterback of the future. They get Dorless along the defensive line. They got Mahogany along the offensive line as well. So checking a lot of boxes. A lot of good talent. And now let's roll. Let's roll, man. But that's it. 4-round NFL.com draft by Chad Reuter. Vikings, they get their guy. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts and their thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But next time, Skol production value.